Welcome, welcome, welcome into another day and another lesson in A Course in Miracles. Yesterday we were on lesson 54 and we reviewed, I have no neutral thoughts. I see no neutral things. I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my seeing. I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my thoughts. I am determined to see. And now we're moving ahead to lesson 55, where we're going to be reviewing the lessons from 21 to 25. But before we do so, let's take our couple of minutes to just bring ourselves fully into this present moment, using the breath, using your heart, and clearing the mind. Closing your eyes or settling your gaze a few inches in front of you. Just settle in. If you can, have a straight spine, relaxed shoulders. And then bringing your attention to the breath. On your inhale, really filling the belly, the chest cavity, taking that breath all the way up to the mind. And as you exhale, emptying the breath from the body and just feeling the expansion and the emptying. Today I'm just going to breathe in and out of the nose, but if you feel like exhaling out through the mouth, even letting out a sigh, feel free to do whatever feels right for you right now. And let's use this moment to bring our full attention to the breath, letting all other thoughts and distractions gently fade away into the distance. As we take 2 more breaths here. And as you're ready, beginning to wiggle your toes and your fingers, opening your eyes, bringing your attention back to the space. So today's review includes the following. Review of 21. I am determined to see things differently. What I see now are but signs of disease, disaster, and death. This cannot be what God created for His beloved Son. The very fact that I see such things is proof that I do not understand God. Therefore, I also do not understand the child of God. What I see tells me that I do not know who I am. I am determined to see the witnesses to the truth in me, rather than those which show me an illusion of myself. What you see is a form of vengeance. The world you see is hardly a representation of loving thoughts. It is a picture of attack on everything by everything. It is anything but the reflection of the love of God and the love of God's creation. It is your own attack thoughts that give rise to this picture. Your loving thoughts will save you from this perception of the world and give you the peace God intended you to have. Now is a review of 22. Moving into the review of 23. We can escape this world by giving up our attack thoughts. By giving up attack thoughts. Herein lies salvation and nowhere else. Without attack thoughts, we could not see a world of attack. As forgiveness allows love to return to our awareness, we will see a world of peace and safety and joy. And it is this we choose to see in place of what we look on now. Review of 24. I do not perceive my own best interests. How could we recognize our own best interests when we don't know who we are? What we think are our best interests would merely bind us closer to the world of illusions. We are willing to follow the guide God has given us to find out what our own best interests are, recognizing that we cannot perceive them by ourselves. And last but not least, going into 25, we do not know what anything is for. To us, the purpose of everything is to prove that our illusions about who we are is real. It is for this purpose that we attempt to use everyone and everything. It is for this that we believe the world is for, to prove that our illusions about ourselves are real. Therefore, we do not recognize the world's real purpose. The purpose we have given the world has led to a frightening picture of it. Let us open our minds to the world's real purpose by withdrawing the one that we have given it and then learning the truth about the world. So we're going to get into our practice period, and for anyone who wasn't here when we did lesson 51 and went through the introduction, always feel free to go back if you want to listen to the whole thing, but just a quick review that we are going to spend 2 minutes as often as possible throughout the day to connect with these lessons. And if there's one that really draws you in more than others, feel free to concentrate on that one. It's preferable with eyes closed, but ultimately we're going to get past that stage of learning to the place where we can do that in any time, in any situation. So you can just see which one of these dawns on your mind as you go in, focusing on one or maybe focusing on a couple. But at the end of the day, make sure the last practice period includes reviewing all 5 again. So as a reminder, the lessons that we're reviewing today, I'm determined to see things differently. What I see is a form of vengeance. I can escape from this world by giving up attack thoughts. I do not perceive my own best interests. I do not know what anything is for. Let's get started with our 2-minute practice. Finishing up on those last couple of thoughts. Went a little over, but it says at least 2 minutes. So just know it can be longer than 2 minutes for any of these practice periods. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining with me in this practice of Lesson 55 today, and I'll look forward to joining you tomorrow as we move into Lesson 56. There's my tummy. I'll look forward to joining with you tomorrow.